Dear students, now I am going to discuss about the architecture of 8259, that is programmable interrupt controller. We have discussed its features in detail in the last lecture. We know that this IC is used for processing additional interrupt to the microprocessor. In case of 8085, we can process only 5 hardware interrupts. If we have to process more than 5 hardware interrupts, we can take help of this 8259 IC. So using this IC, if we have to process some request, then this IC sends a signal through its INT pin at the INTR pin of the microprocessor. And when microprocessor receives interrupt request at its INTR pin, then it asks about the address of the interrupt subroutine, and that process is done by INTA bar signal through the microprocessor. So what is the use of INTA bar pin, that is interrupt acknowledgement pin? It is used for asking the address of the interrupt which is to be processed. So what is the process of initiating an interrupt? First, 8259 sends interrupt signal through its INT pin at the INTR pin of the microprocessor, and then microprocessor asks about the interrupt address through pin INTA bar. So here INT is output pin of the 8259 and INTA bar is input pin of 8259. INTA bar is the signal provided by the processor to 8259, and INT is the signal provided by 8259A to 8085 microprocessor. Okay, students. So here this is the block diagram of 8259A. Here you can see several blocks are there. In the middle there is a group of vertical line which is called the system bus. Through the system bus all the different blocks are connected. In the left hand side you can see that there is a data bus buffer, then read-write control logic, then cascaded buffer comparator, and in the right hand side there is a control logic, and there are 4 registers, there are 4 8-bit registers which are named as in-service register, priority resolver, interrupt request register, and interrupt mask register. So we will discuss the detail of each block in here. First, the use of data bus buffer. Data bus buffer having data bus buffer contains 8-bit data bus of the 8259 IC, and these 8-bit data buses are working as an interface between the 8259 and the 8085 microprocessor. How? It is connected to the system bus of 8085 microprocessor or 8086 microprocessor. So here in case of 8085 there are 8-bit data bus for the microprocessor, and in case of 8086 there are 16-bit data bus. But those are the system buses. Those are the microprocessor's internal buses, and this is 8-bit data bus of 8259 IC, which is used for the data transfer between the processor and this 8259 IC. Next is read-write control logic. Read-write control logic is again used for providing control signals for reading and writing operation, as well as there is A0 signal. A0 pin is also here. A0 pin is used for enabling control word registers in different modes. Similarly, there is a pin called CS bar which is used to enable this IC, that is 8259A. It is active low signal. The next block is cascade buffer comparator. Here, cascade buffer comparator is used to enable the master or slave operation of this IC. What is the master or slave operation? As we know that 8259 has the capability to process 8 interrupts. These 8 interrupts are shown. These 8 interrupt lines are shown at the interrupt request register, which are from IR0 to IR7. Now these 8 interrupt pins can further have 88259 IC. It can be shown with this diagram. I am going to show this diagram. This is our master 8259 IC. This is our main 8259 IC, which can process IR0 to IR7. That means total 8 interrupts can be processed using this 8259 IC. Now on these interrupt lines we can connect at every interrupt line we can connect one more 8259 IC. So therefore total on these 8 lines we can connect 8 INTR 8259 ICs more. So, and each 8259 slave IC can process further 8 interrupt requests. So therefore in total we can calculate that total 8 into 8, that is 64 interrupts can be processed. So here this main IC is working as the master IC, and the ICs connected to its interrupt request pins are called the slave ICs. These are named as slave ICs. So slave ICs. So now how we can decide which IC is master IC and which IC is slave IC? This is decided by cascade buffer comparator. To provide the address to 8 slave 8259 ICs, these addresses can be provided in binary using 3 binary digits, that is 000 to 111, and for that there are 3 pins from CAS0, CAS1, CAS2. These pins, values at these pins will decide which IC is currently connected or currently used as the slave IC. Here this pin SP bar / EN bar is used to enable the slave IC or the master IC. Is used to the value at this pin will tell you 8259 is working in slave mode or in master mode. If the signal at this pin is 0, then 8259 will work as in slave mode, and if this signal at this pin is maximum voltage, that is suppose that 5 volt, that is logic 1, then it is working in the master mode. Next, this is control logic. Control logic is used to send INT signal to the INTR signal or INTR pin of the microprocessor, and when it sends INT signal, interrupt signal to the processors ask about the interrupt address, interrupt service routine address through INTA bar pin. So this is input signal. This is the output signal of 8259, and this is input signal of 8259. This control logic is connected with the system bus to 4 interrupt registers, which are named as interrupt request register, priority resolver, in-service register, and interrupt mask register. What is the use of these registers? So first we will discuss about interrupt request register. This is used to store the current interrupts which are received at the interrupt pin, 8 interrupt pins of the 8259 IC. So these are 8 interrupt pins, and the request received at these pins are stored in this interrupt request register. After reception of interrupt request in the interrupt request register, its priority is decided with the help of priority resolver. Priority resolver checks which interrupt has highest priority, and then it forwards it to in-service register. In-service register is used to store all the interrupts which are currently processing. It is used to store all the interrupts which are currently processing. Suppose that an interrupt is processing currently in the interrupt service register and a higher priority interrupt is received. Then priority resolver proceed the interrupt request of that higher priority interrupt to the interrupt service register, and the processing of that interrupt will start. Okay. Fourth register is called interrupt mask register, and this register is used to mask the interrupt which is going to be processed. Suppose that any interrupt is received in the interrupt service register. First it will be checked in the priority resolver. If it has the highest priority, then it can be serviced using in-service register. But before servicing, if we want to mask that interrupt, then the interrupt mask register has the capability to mask that interrupt before processing of that interrupt. Masking means delaying or avoiding the processing of the interrupt. So this is overall the working of 8259 AIC with the help of its block diagram or architecture diagram. You can also read the notes which I have provided to you, where I have discussed about read-write control logic, then control logic. It has two pins, INT and INTA bar. Then I have discussed about 4 registers, that is interrupt request registers, priority resolver, interrupt in service register, and interrupt mask register. So how the interrupt operation is processing? To implement the interrupt, first it is necessary that the interrupt enable flip-flop of the processor should be enabled by writing EI instruction, which I have discussed earlier also. And to process any interrupt in the microprocessor, that interrupt operation must be enabled by writing EI instruction. And then 8259A should be initialized by writing control word in its control word register. Now, what is the control words? So there are 2 types of control words in 8259A: initialization command word, that is in short called ICW, and operational command word, that is in short called OCW. What is the use of initialization command word? The initialization command word is used to set up the proper condition and specify the address of the interrupt. It is used to set up proper condition and also specify the address of the interrupt. And what is operational command word? It is used to perform functions such as masking of the interrupt or setting up status read operation, etc. Suppose that we have to mask an interrupt, then it can be masked with the help of this command word. Or suppose that we have to check the status of currently processed interrupt in service request, then it can be checked by the operational command word. Okay. What is the use of SP bar oblique EN bar, which I have discussed earlier also, that by providing 0 or 1 at this pin, we can enable 8259 in master mode or slave mode. So if value at 8259, if the signal at 8259 is high, that is VCC, then it will work as in master mode. And if it is grounded, that is its value is 0, then it will work in slave mode. So student, it is overall about 8259 architecture or block diagram, and with the help of block diagram you can explain the complete working of 8259. Thank you.